today, what's coming up in today's show, hey?
Climate strike.
Well, there won't be any horoscopes to read, Graham.
No, there won't be.
When it's all flooded.
Why would you want to be a fully blown lizard?
I mean, he can't be judged. He's got a radioactive face.
I know, that's what I thought.
And now, from Liverpool, around the world on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's entitled Greta Thunberg and the Phantom Shitter.
What a name. What a name. That's a musical I'd go and see.
I would.
Straight away.
Scat the musical.
We'll get on to why it's called that. I think. Not really, but we think.
Most of it. We've had to change the plan for legal reasons. Yeah, we have. I discussed this. We have to change it anyway. Should we go in with Gemma Collins? Because that's what's written down here.
What does the Gemma Collins do?
She's got her own airline now. No, she hasn't got her own airline.
So, PR, management, whatever, Gemma Collins at the minute, working overtime. Because telly stopped, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. So telly shows have stopped being made, unbelievably. It's trying to get attention through the press. And this is just a PR thing. So what is it? There's been a few with Gemma Collins over the last few weeks.
Why do you hate her so much? I know.
Honestly, I really don't hate her.
No, you do.
There's the TikTok lie she told recently. There's this, she's going to be the face of an airline. I'm sorry, if Gemma Collins was the face of an airline, you wouldn't get on that flight. You'd think, these aren't taking it seriously.
No, it wasn't that, is it?
Licorice for the seatbelts. It'd all be ludicrous. They just don't, Whoopee cushions as airbags.
You're just upset because she's been offered a seven-figure sum. Seven-figure sum.
Have you ever heard a lie like this?
To be on TikTok. They brought her across from everywhere else, wherever else she is, which is everywhere. And she says, TikTok have offered me a seven-figure sum. What's seven figures? Is that a million?
It's into the millions. Seven's into the millions. So you're telling me TikTok have went, this app's not working at the minute. We can't get anything going on TikTok, right? We need to offer Gemma Collins millions to come on.
That's what she says.
Actually, she'd probably be all right on the app, but they're not paying millions to get anyone on the app. That's a lie. So she's lied. Just
to bring new people on board, they're probably thinking, don't TikTok. I've heard that TikTok wants to be seen now as more than just a dancing thing.
They're moving away from the singing and dancing.
Do you think they're going to bring back all the old school telly people and all people big on telly? Like, you've got Gemma Collins then. She's basically like, she's big in the old school media, really, isn't she?
It's like we're old school media. Yeah.
But why don't we bring back some proper old school ones?
It's the fella that does bargain hunting there.
David Dickinson.
The orange face.
He doesn't trust me. I met him once. I tried to interview him in the soap. No, David Dickinson.
What were you trying to do?
I thought I went to the soap awards. I got in. I don't go to things like this. We're trying to get some content. So I got bladdered.
Name dropping awards.
Soap awards, yeah. I didn't even get in properly. I was outside. Right. So I got bladdered because it was my birthday and we went working.
Nice.
And thought I'd do some of the red carpet interview bits. I'll jump in here, don't mind me. And David Dickinson took one look at me because I had all red wine teeth and that.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it?
David, what's it? He just looked at me and was like...
I mean, he can't be judged. He's got a radioactive face.
I know, that's what I thought.
Did you say that? Is that why he didn't trust you?
No, you're judging me for your red teeth. And have you seen yourself, mate?
You're glowing, sir.
I'd be a good one.
I think I've come across someone that have blatantly been paid by TikTok to come on the app. But he's a legend. He's a comedy legend, but he's not doing too well. I need to show you some of his content. I've been dying to show you.
Is he down? One of these down on his luck?
No.
Former big names.
So he's tried to jump on TikTok and... Right. The man is a legend. Paul Chuckle, ladies and gentlemen.
Paul.
Off of the Chuckle Brothers, off of Chuckle Vision, the man's a legend, isn't he?
But on television for like 30 years.
Yeah, I love him. Used to watch it with me nan and that, Chuckle Vision. Rest in peace to his bro.
Which one was he? Sorry, this is Paul or Barry?
This is Paul. So Paul's like the taller one. Poor Barry died recently.
Right.
Which is
I'm genuinely good, but they are a minefield because I often don't mention them because I get them confused.
Okay, yeah. Well, this is Paul.
The non-dead one.
This is Paul's TikTok at the minute. He's only sitting on, he doesn't follow anyone. I'm hoping that the NTR podcast, not the radio one, TikTok could be the first one he follows. I want justice for Paul Chuckle. He should be bigger on TikTok. You know, if you're watching this, don't bother following me. I don't care. I don't want to go and follow Paul.
You don't need the followers, you.
His name's Paul Chuckle 2. It's officially him, Graham. I'm going to show you.
Have a look.
I'm going to show you some of his content now. So, his first one was this. So he's went straight in with the old school bit of comedy.
Oh, it looks like he's having a big piss.
Hold on. That was it. So he keeps them nice and short, which I'm a huge fan of.
So we've completed that.
Oh. And there you go. He then moved on to...
Tom's out, Barbie's out. Look at all this, all it wants. And the gloves.
So he's got the barbecue on.
That one.
And he's just... his content's really good. This is the best one.
Where's the next patient? That one? Like,
yeah,
that's a fisting gag.
So, yeah, he's getting into the fisting gags, which, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Paul. Moving on.
How far past?
Paul
Knuckle.
The next ones, you really get to see his comedy in this one, because he is genuinely funny. The Chuckle Brothers.
Of course he's funny. Were you saying this like you're surprised?
I know, but I'm surprised by how good it is, because Chuckle Vision was class. This man needs more followers. Get on this for the gag. Where's the next?
That's the fisting gag.
Wait. He always leaves a little bit at the end, just to...
You can't hear that.
Scalpel.
And then the weird pause at the end, and you just... I like that you see a little bit of his house.
What's his house is? Let me have a look at his house. Remind me.
He asked for the scalpel, so it's just a doctor gag, as you can tell.
Yeah, I thought the gag was done when he put the gloves on, to be honest with you.
And you can see his house. He's got the Lecky radiator sitting there.
Fucking hell. With these videos, you know that one at the start when he turned round?
Yeah.
I was expecting him to turn round and say something really fucking racist. But obviously, he seems like a lovely man. So...
Can you imagine he's there with the hose and then he turns around saying, we need to get them out the country now, don't we? Paul Chuckle. But
like that. Send them home.
But like these videos, for example, the whole scalpel gag, the fisting gag, that's only sitting on like 200 likes. Go now, right, to Paul Chuckle 2 on TikTok, and we plague him. If you listen to this podcast, plague Paul Chuckle, but not the radio stuff. We need to try and get him on the show. He's a legend.
What would you do? How should we do it?
Just comment comments just saying, you know, we've heard this account
at the NTR. Name drop the NTR podcast.
But he's quite clever with TikTok. This is the thing. He's not clueless. So like he's tried the old school gags. They've not landed quite as well.
Like what ones?
So now he knows that he needs to involve music. Do you know what I mean? Because music.
Is he going to end up like Jason Derulo?
No. So he's done the next one. He's getting one of his clear talents out, which is the what is that?
Like swinging a ring,
like a hula hoop.
A hula hoop.
And watch this. Listen. Gotta have the music going on.
Good. That's not into.
Now that's good, then, isn't it? Like the fact that that's got less than 200 likes right now as I'm saying this is a fucking disgrace. And that was like a week ago, so he's clearly.
How many's he got on there? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only got 5 on there.
He's got 5 videos and he's give up already.
What's
because
he doing there?
that's like that's a vlog.
He's only been on a week.
Entertainer, author, actor, rapper. You know.
When did he rap?
He done a song with Tinchy Strider. It was a banger. To me, to you.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I respect him so much more now.
He's a legend. I'm not even like this. I often take the piss about most things and most people, but this man's a legend.
Paul Chuckle. Are you gonna do a direct to camera appeal for Paul Chuckle? You're on camera now, love.
On camera 1. Paul Chuckle, if you're watching this, please send us a message. Say hello. We love your TikToks. We think they're absolutely fantastic.
Big fans. We're big fans.
Big fans. What more can we say? What more can we say?
Justice for Paul.
We'll both get matching Chuckle Vision tattoos.
Yeah, the problem is that we could have to deliver on that one. So, no, can you rewind that a little? Because I'm planning to get some artwork done soon.
But Graeme will get a Chuckle Vision tattoo, Paul. If you get in touch, send us your hellos. Let us know you're alright, because you're being quiet. Keep the comedy coming.
Keep it coming, mate.
TikTok needs your comedy, Paul Chuckle. TikTok needs your comedy.
Yeah, Gemma Collins.
Go on.
Right.
Back to this cow.
No, but these people, yeah, that's what we ended up talking about. Do you think she's in... Like, do you think people dislike her because she's force-fed to us? She's one of those...
Yeah. Because you know what the thing is? She's entertaining. She is. I don't care what you say. She...
No, she's that... I always found it funny when she said the thing about a fanny. That was funny.
So, I think Gemma Collins is genuinely entertaining. There's some of them that aren't. Like, some of the Love Island lot, right, that get rammed down your throat on Instagram, on everything you click on, are the most dull human beings ever. Their Instagram. How many fucking boo-hoo ads can you do?
The Daily Mail people, when they're like, oh, they are again, they've gone out. Well, what's gone on there?
They've been papped because they called the paps to tell them where they were going to be. If you don't know that happens, you're an idiot.
Outside their workplace.
Beep, 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 I'm going to be outside in 5. And then they all strut out. That happens all the time. I think that's so sad when people do that. I'd never, ever, ever, ever do that. I've been around people that do that.
No, go on. Who have you been around?
I can't say. But I've been around people and they're
Cover
like...
you, no, cover you. So don't tell them, tell me. Do it.
You know how not famous they are? That person.
Genuinely rang the paps.
Yeah.
That person, right, that person was involved with... we can't even say too much, but there was a celebrity relationship.
It's also not weird that you wouldn't know who they are.
You'd know one of the people was I'm talking about now. And when one the people ended up in the paper, that other person came to see me for no reason and was like, oh, I've had the papers on the phone. Like yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're onto me there. When I was in, I was busy at the time. And the paps. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You rang them. I've been there, like, we went for like a restaurant meal. This was years ago, right? I was about 19. And it was like, just as my videos were starting to do all right. I was like, oh yeah, come out. And I was like, okay. And like, how they rang the paps and it was all like arranged and stuff.
Who did they ring and how did it happen? It was in Liverpool, was it?
Yeah, it was in Liverpool. It was on the docks. And they rang some paparazzi man. It was just like one fella and then he sells the photos on. But to get them, like, they'd plan where they're going to walk past.
What they're going to be wearing and how it's
going
going
past.
I mean, I kind of knew that, but...
Yeah, but I just couldn't believe it. I was like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's embarrassing, that. You shouldn't force that. If you're famous enough, you'll get papped. That's just how it...
Why would you want to be like...
Because people try and build up this false persona of, oh, look how big and famous.
Oh, then everyone will like me if they think I'm famous.
Which is the
I think it's the opposite to reality.
Well, it is. Sadly, it is.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, people are like that.
I can't get over that person doing that, to be honest with you. But they are one of them. Oh, people are looking at me.
I'm so famous. Everyone's looking at me. But I've been around them and they're like that as well. Some people are like, I can't get over everybody looking at me. And I look around and think, no one's looking at you here. Trust me, no one's asked.
No one knows who you are.
Just chill. It's not that deep. On this week's episode of It's Not That Deep.
What about billionaires, eh?
What do you mean? Billionaires are sound. They're all sound.
No.
Graham! You can't say that. What if one's listening?
I'd love it if they were, you know.
I'm a billionaire.
If you're listening, you're a billionaire.
Invest.
Yeah, get that checkbook out. Imagine if you put some of your money behind this.
We'll have all... We'll get all tattoos on us, Chuckle Vision. And
well, you've offered twice for us to get all tattoos.
Yeah.
Video wall built.
Video wall, like Sky News, all touchscreen.
Yeah, new iPads.
We're not ready for a video wall. Most of the last few weeks has just been you going, look at this dead weird porn I seen, Dill. Imagine that on video wall, VR. Oh, mad. What about billionaires?
But if you are a billionaire though, and you want to invest, then you know where we are.
Yeah.
This week I started to think, because we've done this billionaires do the most relatable things, and this is off the back of, remember Kylie Jenner when she blagged that she was one.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be a fully blown lizard? Because would like to be lizard. That's what you should have said. This week, the owner of Amazon is called Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
I always want to call him Bezos.
Big Jeff.
Big Jeffy. Mm-hmm. He's increased his wealth this week by $13 billion.
Let me burp.
In one day. One day this week, last week even, his wealth went up by $13 billion in a day, and people went mad about this.
That's insane.
I'm sure even he would admit that was beyond any necessary amount of money.
What I think's a lot of money. I remember Bill Gates having 40-odd billion, and he was the richest man ever, and that was like, what? And if he's just made almost half of that in a day, what's money? What is...
I feel like Bill Gates is the Bill Gates Foundation and all that stuff. I feel like he's giving something back.
Well,
a little bit.
He's part of like a pact that he's got to give away more than half of what he earns in his life, which every billionaire probably should take that pact, I think.
That's still probably not even enough, is it?
Not really. Well, what's half of 50 billion? He's still sitting on 25
billion quid. But Bill Gates does give his money away, doesn't he? You know, some people hate him.
It's very easy to hate someone that's got that much dough in it.
Yeah.
Very easy to hate.
But like, as an old school, that looks like an old school billionaire, doesn't it? Bill Gates is an old school, so the 90s billionaire. We've got like a new breed of billionaires.
The new breeds are definitely all lizards. For a start, I'm just going to flat out say this. There is no way under the sun anybody can convince me that Mark Zuckerberg is a human.
Oh, I think this as well.
He's not. I've never seen somebody like look like a robot lizard kind of thing.
Was this when he was
dressed up as a human, just
surfing in Hawaii?
Insert photo with him with the factor 4 million on his face on the Lecky surfboard. That he's looking a bit thick though. He looks a bit thick on that. He looks but he's worth stupid money. I think some of his policies lie in the wrong place. I think people want to own a TikTok, don't they? Oh, get rid of TikTok, they've got outdated and that. Give it all to Facebook and they can rig elections.
This is your argument, isn't it? You're doing that for years, but it's Americans, and when it's Chinese, people are like, oh,
we've got to be sceptical now. Everyone does it. All them stupid, like, agree. Just scroll down it. Agree, sign, agree.
Yeah.
You don't read all of that.
I've never read
That's probably what most of that is. It's all this data stuff. I assume anyway. And so what? Where do my human rights come into this? If TikTok gets taken away, what used to stop me going, well, I want to give my data to China?
I don't know.
Who used to stop me?
Well, no one can stop you, but...
Well, they can and they will. I just don't think that's fair. Fuck
and it
that.
could happen. I know it doesn't seem fair. But
I'm just saying that because TikTok's boss. Got like 30,000. This podcast's sitting on like 30,000 followers.
TikTok is where all of the growth in social media is coming from.
Lovely. It's a good app, and they care about the content creators. They care about the users because how much you use it. It's fun. They adapt the For You page really well,
and it's not toxic.
Apart from them. Maybe the data scandal will probably come out. We'll ignore that.
No, but like you said, that we ignored that for loads of other people, but it's when it's a Chinese when people are funny about it.
It's either all okay or none of it's okay.
On the billionaire thing tip, Elon Musk.
Oh, he's been on. He's took to Twitter.
You like Elon Musk?
I love Elon Musk. I think he's our like Da Vinci in terms of. Well, he's took the car industry. He's took space travel. He's accelerated everything. I think he is like our genius of our generation.
Yeah, let's pull up like the top valued car companies. He's
took it over.
So he's like way ahead of General Motors and all that. He's
pissed all over it.
That's him now.
Now he's pissing on them, laughing.
Yeah. Pissing with electricity around. It's a risky strategy. Could go right up. A bolt of energy right up the urethra. No, Elon Musk, I know you like him and I admire him. And I know anyone who's that single-minded, I kind of like, you've got to admire some of their ability.
Oh, yeah. He said some dodgy things in the past, and he's
been a tit at times.
He's continued that.
This week, he said, another government stimulus package. Do we all know what this, that's like...
No, go on, because I don't fully know, so explain it briefly.
Government stimulus package is like the government, like at the moment where they're spending loads of money on getting it out into the economy because of coronavirus, because people are losing their jobs, so they'll spend money to create... Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It circles through the economy. So he said, another government stimulus package is not in the best interest of the people, in my opinion, which didn't go down very well.
No.
There is more to what he said. Didn't go down very well. Bernie Sanders was fuming.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders was fuming. He pointed out that Elon Musk's wealth has gone up 46.7 billion. Bill Gates was worth 40 billion. Yeah. Elon Musk's wealth has gone up by more than that in the last few months. Yet he doesn't want you to have...
Well, he didn't necessarily say that. He did go on, didn't he?
He did say more. Let me come back to it. But he doesn't want this stimulus package thing. Yeah. And he received... From the federal government under Obama, he received a bailout for SpaceX and Tesla, billions of dollars. And that was 10 years ago when his companies were about to go bust. So he was fine to receive loads of corporate welfare. But when it comes to... So that's why people were annoyed. And then he followed it up with something else.
Okay.
He said he believes, by the way, I believe in a universal basic income, which is boss.
Yeah.
He's very hard to pin him down there.
He is in general. He completely is in general, I think. He's a bit mad and everywhere, but I love that about him, I think.
He's got a point with that.
Named his kid R2D2 or whatever, that was boss.
That wasn't R2D2. It was a mad one, though, wasn't it? It was like...
It wasn't R2D2.
No, people are going to take that literally.
Genuinely concerned. I love that. What was it?
It was a string of like numbers, wasn't it? Is the kid still called that?
Yeah, that's how you say it. Come and get your breakfast. Come to your teeth.
Honestly,
Elon, if you're listening, invest, and we'll get
invest in the show,
and we'll get Tesla tattoos, Elon.
Oh, I will. I wouldn't. I'd rather get a Tesla tattoo than a Chuckle Brothers one.
He could just send me a Tesla, and I'd get a Tesla tattoo on me.
So you would get a tattoo for approximately £50,000.
No, if he, I know
you want a Tesla from him personally,
with a handwritten note, and his nice fountain pen. But he's got a nice quill. Every billionaire has nice quills.
He's not got a pen him.
Nah,
he's banned pens.
He'll just. He's got like some supervision now. He'll be so advanced.
He thinks it onto paper.
Yeah, he's one of them.
But that universal basic income idea he's got, where everyone gets handed £2,000.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, he says like you wouldn't have to fill in any forms. It's just straight out there.
Well, there's so much money, and governments sort of hold so much money.
They've got loads of money. They've got access to loads of money, big governments. I don't know if it's necessarily always theirs. The Chinese, they've got loads of money.
Yeah.
They've got cash reserves. Big time cash reserves.
Oh my, like
dollars.
Saudi Arabia, they don't know how rich that family is. They reckon they could be worth trillions.
Mad.
Because they've just like sort of hidden a lot of their assets for like
a long time.
Hundreds of years. So things that mightn't have been that expensive hundreds of years ago, they've held on
And
to.
they make the rules there, don't they? They are just like they're in charge there. But a lot of countries, like this country at the moment, I don't think we've got loads of cash reserves. And I don't think America has either. Well, there's got to be some, but we're in loads of debt. But like debt's like, have you ever heard about how much debt everything's in?
It doesn't make
debt.
how does this make fucking any sense? What does global debt mean? How can the globe be in debt? Who are we in debt to?
We just create money and that becomes a debt. That's to be paid back.
Who are we in debt to? It's stupid.
Banks.
Well, has any country ever just went, yeah, you're not getting that though?
Is
that a war start?
You don't do that. If you did do that, then no one would lend you money and you'd be fucked. Because you need to borrow money.
How can you just print money? This makes no sense to me, Graham.
It's really complex, you know.
No, it's not, because it just doesn't exist. You used to stop me going.
You're not a bank.
So I've got to be a bank.
And for it to be a bank in the UK, you need a banking licence. And then you can create debt. As I know it, you can create debt. You can create mortgage debt. Someone goes, mortgage. Money exists. That's how it. If it's attached to like something, then that's how money's created. They can create debt. They create money.
Does that not make money less valuable then? Because then they tried that in Zimbabwe, Graham, and then it was 40 trillion for a Kit Kat.
And Venezuela, they tried it as well, and they've got hyperinflation as well. Well, yeah, you just have to be really careful with printing money because you print too much and it's worth fuck all.
How much of the world's money is not physical and doesn't exist? Isn't
most of it? I think.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think most of it. And we don't.
Okay, let's print more. Let's double what was
created by.
Let's all be minted. How about that?
It'd all be somewhere along the lines. It'd be worth fuck all.
Doesn't make any sense to me, that.
Do you know what's happened with them printing all this money? Apparently, like everyone's on their arse. The economy's on its arse. Everyone's losing their job in America. But the stock market in America is going right up because they've spunked $1 trillion and they've pushed loads of money into the financial system. So what you've got is like an economy that's fucked, but a financial system that's like
doing well.
Just like, how's that not connected to that?
How can we not share that wealth?
Oh, Dylan, you fucking commie.
you
know what you're like.
How true is that, by the way? If you just like, this should be shared, like,
oh, what communism? You like communism? You want it like Soviet Russia?
Mad though, we have loads of just death. Just it is one for you.
Go on.
So the EU passed a.
Them in Brussels, making all our laws when we never voted them in.
Like Dominic Cummings.
No, I just go, well, you did vote some of them in the European Parliament, but fucking just doesn't matter. So they've just passed a stimulus package to keep the economy moving in Europe, the European Union, a COVID-19 recovery plan to the tune of 750 billion euros. It's a lot of money.
Nice.
30% of that is going to go towards climate policies because people are thinking we can like... the debt we go into, we'd use it to spend on like green industries and kickstart the economy. Greta Thunberg's been on bloody Greta.
We hate Greta on this show. We can't stand her. Little girl trying to save the world, telling us where we've done wrong.
What's there not to fucking hate?
So funny, by the way, how anyone sort of, I'm going to say 40 plus, just doesn't like her. And I'm like, isn't it? Why don't you like her? What is it?
I have a very good friend.
I just don't like her.
I have a very good friend that did just that the other week. Who's over 40 and was like, I don't know what it is. I don't disagree with her. She just fucking annoys me. Was really angry, and I went,
it's so funny, right?
God,
this is just clearly the sort of boomer generation
hate Greta
because she's a kid who's got something to say about her.
Well, somebody shut that kid up.
Is pretty much the reaction from everyone 40 plus at Greta Thunberg, because she's going, right, well, you've killed the world and it's going to die if you don't change.
When you're dead, I'll be fucked.
Which is science.
True.
She's speaking from science and people are going,
tell her to fucking shut up and get those coal mines back open pronto.
Shut up, she's bossy. She's
she
on
is
for the
a
Nobel
good kid,
Peace Prize. Her heart's in the right place. I love her.
I googled her. Obviously, last night Russ was doing a bit of planning on this. We're going to say, right,
do you
know what came up?
What?
When you suggested things, Greta Thunberg, and it's like, can Greta Thunberg fly? And they meant planes, obviously. I was like, that's the ultimate boomer conspiracy. She fucks.
Knew there was something not right about her.
What's there not to like about? Though she started the school strike thing. That's how she.
Yeah. All for that.
Fucking lazy, if you ask me.
Get us out of school. Come on.
Lazy.
Get rid of them.
I always thought that climate strike though, and I go to check my horoscopes on a Friday, and one of them was astrologers. She goes, "Oh no, not today. I'm on climate strike." And in the beginning, I was like, "Too right." And then every Friday, she gets me. I'm logging in for Taurus daily. Climate strike.
Well, there won't be any horoscopes to read, Graham.
No, there won't be.
When
That's true.
when it's all flooded.
Oh, that's true.
What about her anyway? What's
Greta anyway. She won a cash prize.
Oh, did she now?
But how much money did Greta win?
Well, what is she? She's only a kid. It can't be that.
She's 17, mate. She's not a baby.
10, 50 grand, 100 grand.
Way more.
What?
Way more.
What? How much?
She won $1 million.
This is it. This is where we hate her. And what's happened? It's all went to her head, hasn't it?
You know, she's like,
Fake lips now. The fake teeth from Turkey. Big fake boobs. I don't know if I can say that.
she's 17. I think it's fine.
Probably shouldn't say that though. But is this what's happened? Is this what she's
She's
like?
the work's done, hasn't she? Botox. Big feather boa.
Big mink coat.
She has. A mink stole. She's got.
One of them little ciggies on a big long stick. She hates the world now. She's only doing it for the money. What's
She's
she
a
done with
fucker,
it?
isn't she?
What is she? Do we know what she's done with it?
Oh, God. Let me just... I didn't check this far.
Come.
Let's check what she's done.
If I know her, she's probably spunked it on fucking
Gack.
drugs and gambling.
What
Drugs, gambling and hookers, I bet.
Is Greta dead yet? Because when I was 17, fucking hell, 10 minutes, £1 million.
10 minutes?
No, it would have taken me longer, but it wouldn't have been good with me and £1 million at 17. No, Dylan. The little gimp.
I think I'd have had the best ultimate team FIFA's ever seen. I think.
Spent it all on that.
All on that.
Imagine it's all a great team.
What's she done?
She's giving it all to climate charities. Greta, you big Ming.
She's impossible to hate.
She's giving it all to climate charities, isn't she? And like, she gets given this in 100 grand chunks. That's how it was going to be. Here's 100 grand. Bosh. Oh, you spent that, have you? Still alive, are you, Greta?
Have another one and go to Vegas.
What they've done. And if she did go, she'd fucking crawl, wouldn't she? Wouldn't fly.
She'd swim, yeah.
She'd do it really difficult, crawl on glass and make a big deal of it all the way to Vegas.
I genuinely proper like her though.
I do,
Jokes
I
aside, I think she's great. I think she's going to win the Nobel Peace Prize, is it?
Yeah. No, she will. She isn't afraid to get a bit political as well. Remember that speech where she was like, "How dare you?"
Yeah.
And that got right up boomers' noses, didn't it? Because she had a really good fucking point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The thing with her is like, this is science. She's not lying. Like, think of someone like the shit the politicians push, and everyone's just like, very good point. Well made.
Fine.
She's going, all right, so these scientists are telling me that, well, look, it's melting. You can tell it's hotter.
Fucking shut her up.
That's it. We don't want to hear any more of it. No. Don't want kids fucking having an opinion. Get them back up the chimney.
That's what I say. Get Greta up the nearest chimney.
Get it swept.
Honestly.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it'd be nice if she won like some sort of thing. Like she's not afraid to get really political as well. She did say, well, I'm gonna remember this. We can't. Selling us. She was shouting at politicians and said, "You sold us a pipe dream of continuous economic growth." A pipe dream. She was 16. She delivered it brilliantly at the UN. And then within a few days, Trump went, "She's got anger management issues." That little girl tried to make it out to be a weirdo, and I thought, she's got anger management issues. You nearly started several wars when you on
Straight
Twitter
away,
overnight.
Mr. Rocket Man, whatever he called.
That was it. Remember that? You're building a wall with Mexico when you're having a pop up.
Oh, she's got issues.
Oh, she's up the wall. Look at her.
To save the world.
You've tear gassed your own people, love.
I'd
love to call them love. You tear gassed your own people there, love.
I want to call him mush and shake his ear. Oh, it's all come off.
Oh, no, we were going to do something, but it sadly had to be pulled, and it's in the episode title, so... Sorry, mate. That's it for this. How long have we been doing? 30 odd minutes. Thanks for coming, everyone. It's time to...
Go back.
No,
go
mate.
back.
Nah.
Go back. What's this? What's happened? It's been pulled. You can't stop us saying what we want.
You can.
You can't.
You can. They love it. So then when he goes, "They can't fucking stop me," and I'm like, "It's against the law."
That's my voice.
Oh, right, okay.
I can say anything I want.
That's it.
Say anything.
You can say what you like, but there's always consequences.
Absolutely. Free speech is a thing, but it's also free to fucking get punched in the face. Mm-hmm. I agree. Go say anything, but reap the consequences.
Oh, yeah. But say it loud and on the street in public.
Say it loud, topless, me, yourself in shit. Anyway, what's going on? Just move on that quick from that.
Yeah, and then I'm annoyed because last week someone said, "Oh, first thing they sat down, so wait, you're having a piss in my sink." Then we moved on to poo. Then we moved on to putting hamsters up your bum, and then
all of that was you driven. So go on, what's this story?
Unfortunately, I think this is as well.
Give us the headline.
The Phantom Shitter.
That was an audible face palm. That. Go on. I don't even know.
We can't do it now. So what we had?
What do you mean you can't do it?
Plan. Remember the picture of
the
individual? Can't even say the sex or where they were. This guy's jigsaw identification.
Okay. What? It wasn't a man. Not
a human who was probably out jogging. You've already given too much information. A human being was out jogging in the part of the country that we live in.
Do you want him? I forgot.
Anyway, they stopped their run. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm just going to get straight to the point. And then they had a shit on someone's doorstep, right? In an £830,000 pair apartment block, they shat in the flower, not even the flower beds. It was just on, your beep, hello, Deliveroo.
You don't expect this from the rich.
We're going to have to use, I'll genuinely have to beep it out if you say anything
so
like
what
that.
do you mean this is being pulled? I don't get what you're...
Because it's a crime. Shitting.
It's funny. Is it a crime if it's funny?
Yeah.
Well, this sounds weird.
We can't do it, so just stop saying the sex of the person. It
depends. I think how illegal this is based on what the excrement was chatting, and that's true, that.
Right, okay, so we can't do that. Yeah, but we can talk in broad strokes.
Broad as you like.
So, because we couldn't do the doorstep scatting in any great detail, and we had some really good pictures.
Well, we did. Can we not just put them up and blur their face?
No. Blur their face.
Blur their face.
No. They're sort of the individual CCTV, complete all the papers. Now, you try and look for that now, you won't find it. I've looked. It's gone. Yeah. They have had it pulled. You're just making the edit really difficult when you do that, and you look at you loving it.
Sorry, I'm not. I hate this.
Our editor's going to go bald.
I hate this.
So
I think how illegal it is based off how solid it was.
Do you want the facts?
The colour, yeah.
So there was an in-depth report about serial poopers, people who poo in public places, and the BBC did this a few years ago. And there was a case involving a businessman from Brisbane, Australia, and we can talk about this because this is in a different country. Who was charged with creating a public nuisance after reportedly fouling the same footpath like a dog.
No, but fouling, that's like a football term.
It's also scatting.
Like Van Dijk has just fouled someone.
Oh!
You can't say that.
They've said, is this due to a medical condition or is having a poo in public an extreme act of rebellion? We've asked a psychologist and anger management expert what drives people to drop their pants and scat in public.
See, but this is a good
I
point
added
on
the word scat.
On why it's sort of not illegal. What are you meant to do? You're outside. Do you know what I mean? I understand if it's on someone's doorstep, but just is that in public? That can't be illegal. That's stupid.
It is legal. It is illegal, yeah.
Stupid. Hate that. What if you've got to go?
Mike Berry, a clinical forensic psychologist at Birmingham City University, says rage, anxiety and a desire to send a message, alcohol or illness could all be responsible.
What a nice big blend of them all.
I've worked on cases where burglars have crapped in the house and I always ask the police whether it's soft or hard. They look at me like I'm mad and I say, if it's soft, it's someone who's anxious.
Okay.
So you get a kid who goes and craps on the bed. Don't know what that means. And if it's a really hard stool, that's an indication of someone being angry or bitter.
Yeah, red in the face. One. But the other one's just, oh God, that was an accident.
Shoplifters do that.
It's a scat.
Yeah, there was an issue in because the excitement of thievery sends adrenaline through you. That's why burglars shit sometimes, because they're so smash and grab. So they need to shit. So sometimes shoplifters, the fear and the adrenaline to get the shit in the changes.
I sit on this as I never knew this was a thing.
Shitting before.
Never knew any of this.
In the 80s, my mum, when I was a baby, right, she had a hairdressing salon in Netherlands, near where we lived, and there was a break-in.
No.
And in the 80s, apparently it was all the rage to like do a shit when you did a break-in. So they did do a shit, and they did a shit on, and they did it on the phone, love. They shat on the phone.
What do you mean?
Because you'd go, oh goodness, there's been a break-in. You'd pick up the phone and you'd have a big scatty hand. My mum wasn't soft.
And your mum done that?
No, she didn't.
Ended up covered in shit.
999.
Oh no.
No.
They've left mousse, chocolate mousse on it.
No. She didn't, but she did get those burglars scattered. That should aggravate the sentence. If you get caught, you're sentenced to 2 years for
and just for
aggravated
good
burglary.
measure.
Another 6 months for that scat.
On the phone. Yeah, I need to speak to your mum about this. I want to know what sort of scat it was.
Met my mum once.
Because I'm imagining it like a perfect turd, like a cartoon, on the other side of the phone, and she like went...
That's not fear that's done...
And it like went...
That's not fear that's done that though, is it? That's on the phone.
It's the fact he's thought it through.
Where can I scat?
The fact he's thought it through is mad.
And I'd like an anti-diarrhea tablet before he popped out, just to
Thanks. And
guarantee the consistency.
don't reference that noise. I don't know what it was. We'll play it again though, and really loud.
The consistency.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It was disgusting.
Nice.
It was
Okay.
disgusting.
People do it all. People who have pubs, they've always had to deal with this. Mm-hmm. And you know what I got told about, like, shitting in public toilets? People who have to deal with the aftermath.
What?
My little brother said women are the worst.
Women? Women don't poo.
No, but the ones who do goes everywhere.
Well, that's it. They either do or they either do.
No, he said that it was always the women's bogs that were the way he owned a pub, and there was always the women's bogs that were the
I reckon it was the men jumping in, going there. Women's bogs are well nicer.
Not these ones.
Well nicer women's toilets. Just for any men that have never had the pleasure, because places I've worked, there's been like no one in. So I'm like, I'm using the birds' bogs then. No one's in.
I used to always use the girls' toilets.
Lovely.
You ever been to a
Someone's
gay
playing
bar?
a harp. It's lovely. Yeah.
The lads all use the girls' toilets. No one gives a fuck.
See,
I mean, a lot of times because people were just trying to find a cubicle to do drugs in, from what I remember. But
no, I remember I went to a gay bar once. I went to the toilet and someone watched me have a wee, and it put me off having a wee for ages.
wow, really? Yeah, they will do.
I was like, what is happening? What is this?
Yeah, they will. They will have. What were you doing? Someone stood next to you. And did
Yeah,
that?
they like looked over.
Yeah,
I was
he's,
like,
he's cruising.
I mean,
yeah.
I get that. I mean,
Yeah, but you don't want
when
it.
in
do you,
Rome
sometimes?
and stuff.
So you have look back.
No.
When in Rome?
No, it just made me, it put me off urinals for ages, that.
Did it?
Yeah, it scarred me. I was like,
Oh,
I don't know why. That's one of them weird
Did you
things.
struggle to wee when he did just...
No, it didn't just stop and
Because that
seize
does
up.
happen. It's like having
It
a
could,
wee is
but I
like
was
having a...
I was like, what are you doing, mate?
It's like having a quick scat, because
This is the norm, this.
it's the same. There's a sphincter in you widge, apparently.
Widge.
Up at the top of the old widge.
Sphincter in the widge.
And
That's what the episode should have been called, Graham. Whatever the title is.
It's like Catcher in the Rye. Sphincter in the widge.
Can we leave it there?
Yeah.
Can we leave it there for... Well, we're going to have a little break, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
We're going to have a little fortnight break. Not fortnight as in we're not going to...
Just going to play computer games.
No,
and just...
we're going to have a little couple-week break. Because, by the way, let me just say this. We've not had time off for COVID.
No, we worked all the way through it.
Mate, we've worked, because with the other thing we do, we worked the entire stretch of it. So we've not had time off. I've not been able to get my head out of...
It's last year, I don't think.
Literally. So we're going to have a couple of weeks off.
We launched this midway through the most work we've ever had. We were like, let's just take this on board. So forgive us for not being here just for...
But there's 2 months worth of content to listen back on. And by the way, get on this. Line up the camera. Line up camera one. Let me say this. In 2 weeks, we're going to come back bigger and better than ever. And that's all we're willing to say.
Bigger!
And better than ever.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. So thank you for sticking with this.
Yes, guys.
And if you're a new listener, we will be back. And as we say, it'll be class. Don't
And
worry.
one day we will rattle through those comments.
Oh yeah, get in touch, please.
Yeah, because we are all over them all the time.
Yeah, the comments are boss as well.
I
I love the kinds of people that are listening to
Yeah,
this.
I'm loving it.
Unreal. Love you all. Thank you.
Have a lovely August, Jews.
Thank you. Go and have a little break yourselves, guys.
See you in a few weeks.